so that we just make sure in case you get disconnected or I get disconnected, there's some backup. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Elizabeth, are you able for us to start? Liz? I see Sina has a hand up. Sina, you have a question?
Oh, okay. So for investment. Okay, Precious. Hi, I'm sorry, I missed your question. I was just on the other line.
Now let's begin. Number one, quiet confidence. Not every kind of confidence is attractive. Arrogance, for example, is a common turnoff for both men and women. It's difficult to take someone seriously when they're bragging about their success or boasting about their accomplishments.
Okay.
You don't want to hear about how much money someone makes or what kind of car they drive, but you do want them to be confident in themselves. You want them to be proud of their achievements.
Okay, guys, let's see if we can hear each other now. There's all sorts of noise coming through. Elizabeth, are you ready? Sina, your hand was up. Do you want to come through before Elizabeth? Or can you type your question on the chat box? Elizabeth, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, everyone, and welcome to each and everyone that's taking part in the program. My name is Elizabeth Mvulane. I'm from the TUT Center of Entrepreneurship Development as the Enterprise Development Associate. So Precious and her team will be working together with our team. In the absence of TUT, it's Dr. Patrick Ebewo, who's our Center of Entrepreneurship Development. We'd like to welcome each and everybody. But the most important thing, ladies and gents, before we get into anything else, this program is made for you by people that understand entrepreneurship. It is made for you to succeed and become the desired billionaire, gazillionaire that you want to be. However, we can only walk this journey if you, as the participant, is willing and dedicated to complete the program. Ways we might not give you money at the end of the program, but the tools, the skills, and the technique that you will be offered, it is what will make you look at things differently and do things differently. But other than that, welcome everyone. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun and more fun. And this is the best program that you could have chose that you're not even gonna spend money on, like paying the 20,000 or 40,000 per beneficiary. But yeah, thank you very much, and over to you, Precious.
Thank you so much, Liz. I need to be presenting our presentation. There we go. Can someone confirm on the chat box that they can see the screen? Thank you. Great. Thanks, Denise. Okay, entrepreneurs, this is 3 months program. The main aim is to help you to build up a business model that is actually sustainable, but also have a strategic planning that helps you to have almost like your blueprint on how your business is actually gonna go. And this program is also about building up your mindset to get ready for growth, an aggressive one, especially with everything we have been through in the past 24 months old. So entrepreneurs, there were some questions that were shared. I won't go through them at the end, but should you have any questions as I'm going through what we're gonna cover in outlining the program, you will then just put the questions on the chat box or raise your hand. Denise will stop me and then we can go through that. Thank you so much and welcome to GrowthStrat session, the first session we're gonna have. This program is gonna require you to actually have some dedicated time, but also requires you to be quite professional in how you conduct yourself. And I know some entrepreneurs were so used to start working at home. And even myself today, I'm wearing not a suit, I'm wearing my casual clothing, but just make sure that when you are dress up properly and covered, because we are planning to actually have all these sessions to be actually recordable for people that might not have access, or they might lose connection, so that they can be able to go through the content at a later stage. Administration wise, to date, what you should have provided to be in the program is to having done the assessment, submitted the ID copy, the company registration, and a valid BE certificate. The valid BE certificate and a certified ID copy must be within 3 months. If your BE certificate is gonna expire in the next 3 months, you will need to have a new one. You must also have submitted your cell phone number, of which TUT will load in the data. This will be done in the next 2 weeks before we start the program. I will go through the dates as we are actually going on the outline of the program. Please note, FNB Connect, we do not use. We only use the mainstream network companies. Once all those documents have been done and everything has, and you are also on a WhatsApp group, you will need also to register with TUT. This registration form is the one that we're gonna use to give you the certificate by TUT once we have done the evaluation of the assessment. I will take you through what is gonna be your evaluation and assessment, and when are the due date for the assessment. Please note, the session for today is session 1 of 2. We will have another one when we get ready for the second cycle of the content. Elizabeth has already introduced herself. I would like also Denise to do the same. Denise is our office manager from the GAD side. She's gonna be the one who's basically looking after you guys, monitoring the questions that you are posting, but everything relating to admin will be managed by Elizabeth. May I request entrepreneurs to remember to immediately switch yourself off when you're joining, so that we do not have noise coming through. We also have someone that I have missed. Mapote is also gonna be a backup to Denise when we are busy for all the questions and notes. He is also an administrator within the group. Please let us know. So how we're gonna make sure we're doing this right is to make sure that all the communication is consolidated within the WhatsApp. If we need to send something specific to you, we'll then use an email. So the program is gonna be focusing on mindset, competency, and business technical skills. Those are the 3 main area that we're gonna be working on. So when we're talking about the mindset, we basically are saying entrepreneurs need to somehow be able to have a skill that enables them to identify and make the most of the opportunities available, but also have an ability to overcome and learn from the setback and build up a success, even on the environment that may not necessarily be conducive. This is about succeeding in what you are doing no matter what. So it's also about making sure that you have a personal accountability, resilience, and also flexibility. Can I just express more on what do we mean about personal accountability? most entrepreneurs in the space that we are in South African context, especially from what we have been exposed to, you basically generally are both shareholders and directors. And when you look at that arrangement, there is no accountability. So, which means if we have said we are having a session at 4:30, you may decide, you know what, I'm feeling a bit tired now. Let me join them at 4:15. There is no one who's going to hold your account. There's no one who's going to call you into order. So when we're talking about personal accountability, we're going to need to have you holding yourself accountable to the commitments that you have made, but also making sure that you execute what you have set yourself up. We do have tools and the methodology and the approaches on how you can do that, but you gotta need to be very self-aware of who you are. Analyze where have you failed, why you failed in those areas, and what can make you to be a better person, what can make you to actually grow. Just remember, growth is not nice and is not comfortable. If in the past 12 months or 24 months, you have been quite sluggish, the chances are in the next 12 months, you're still gonna do the same if you do not push yourself to be uncomfortable. We also need to understand that as entrepreneurs, we have to actually have a mindset that is trying at all times to figure out the best possible opportunities, but without actually breaking any laws and regulations that are under our country in terms of the Constitution. So therefore, we should also be holding each other accountable for our actions. And how we're going to do this, we will be attending all the sessions. We'll also make sure we submit the work. We actually also get the feedback for the work that we have submitted. Tembi, please mute yourself. Okay, so the second part when it comes to entrepreneurship competence is really about understanding that some of you might actually have moved from being unemployed or maybe working somewhere, but you have somehow graduated to be a director. Being a director means you have to be a great manager. You must also be a leader. And what we're expecting here is that you're gonna need to start asking yourself, in your toolbox of management skills, what is missing? Is it supervisory skills? Is it management skills? And in other instances, is not even knowing where to start in managing a specific process or systems. But this is all gonna be directed in helping you to formulate a clear vision for your business, plus also setting up a strategy and also having an ability to motivate yourself and people around you to build up a business that has a clear set goals. And the last one is about really looking at organizing the resources and the network to achieve your goals. The last part on technical skills is really about building a solid business skills. And we all know this helps you to drive performance from marketing, sales, finance, and human resources. We will really be focusing on assisting you to figure out in any organization, no matter what size, what will either build or break that business. We will give you those tools. But your role, once you have those tools, you gotta need to go to your industry and actually ask the right question and figure out a way of how to get the right resources and the right systems to manage those processes that will make sure that you succeed. Without going into quite a lot of detail, as I have said, the skills should be focusing on understanding what activities need to be done at that specific area, but also understanding the role in terms of occupational, but also understanding social behavior and foundation. And all of these competencies should be aligned to how to build a business that is driven by performance. And I generally say to entrepreneurs, sometimes we are not performance managing ourselves, and we wonder why we have not achieved our goals. I am so grateful this program is happening in the last 3 months of the year. This should be able to enable you to set yourself up for next year, to get yourself prepared, because maybe this year didn't go so well, maybe you are not as prepared. Now you're gonna be prepared for the new year. So let's take it by both hands and say, I am gonna put myself in an environment that I'm uncomfortable, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to achieve the goals that I've set for myself. So what is expected in terms of performance relating to this program? We expect you to actually to recall certain facts about certain issues or content that we're gonna be sharing with you. We also expect you to somehow interpret and apply based on the case studies that we're gonna share with you. But we also expect you to demonstrate that you do understand. And how you're gonna do that is by submitting your assignments and also completing your quizzes. We do not expect you to be an expert, but we do expect you to somehow try to actually apply. We will review all the assignments because that is what we call a portfolio of evidence, and that is what's going to be getting submitted to TUT for them to give you a certification of competence. So on how you're going to actually do this, here are the tools that we believe have made people who have joined our programs to actually work for them, and how they worked was following these steps. Step number 1 is to take action every day. Reflect at the end of the day how you have done. So, which means you have to set up the goals per day of what is it that you want to achieve. Share your learning. So the more you share what you are learning, the more it gets reinforced. You can either share it by sharing on a WhatsApp group or on our social media. You can also share with your staff or your colleague or your coach. You can also share with me direct if it's something that you prefer to actually be a private, so that I can be able to align on what you have learned. Now, when I'm talking about sharing, I'm also just talking about your aha moment. What did you realize? What are the things that you thought you understood, but you didn't? Now you're having a better understanding, a better alignment. It could be something that, you know what, this is the first time I'm hearing it, because all this feedback that we get from you allow us also to be able to say, okay, what's the next level on how you're going to apply that? We can then be able to put. Keep in mind that all of you are coming from this different backgrounds, with different level of education, with different industry experience. But our aim is that when you come out, you must come out with your corporate strategy, with a business model. You also need to come up with your SWOT analysis, your PESTEL, plus also with your goal that has a full list of things that we're going to outline and explain to you. I also need you to really go back to why you started to be in this journey. Ask yourself, what is the identity that you want to be when you have achieved your goals? How do you want to look like? How do you see yourself when you have achieved this goal? And I would like you to really spend time staying in that new identity, so that we actually over time, we bring in your belief system, your thoughts, and also bring in how you actually are internalizing the things that you are receiving in relation to that identity. You have to become the person that you've always wished to become. Act as if you are already right there, with all the faults and the weaknesses as they are right now. And consistently work and consider working and making sure you maximize on your strength. I think one of the biggest things that we do as entrepreneurs, we really focus sometimes too much on our weaknesses and think that we're going to build our businesses with those negative thoughts. We really need to have a mindset that focuses on your strength and what you are good at. And then the rest of the stuff, we're going to need to figure out, how do you outsource? How do you partner with others? But remember, no one is going to partner with you if you don't keep your word, if you do not fulfill your promises, if you are someone who's not reliable, and how you build reliability to being reliable, you build it from you making sure you are accountable at your own personal capacity. If you have said you're going to do this by this time, it must be it. That's the end of it. You can't keep on postponing. If you have a disease of postponing things and so on, you will then need to use certain things which we'll share with you on how you're going to deal with those issues. But that is why it's also very important for you to reflect what has actually stopped you from your growth. And let me say this, some of you will say it's funding, some of you will say highly competitive environment. You'll mention all these things, but 99% of the time, it's all the hands or pointing at you, the things that you did not do, the things that you failed to actually follow through on. Those are the things that are generally the reasons what has stopped you to actually succeed. Yes, we are in the situation we're in economically, politically, and social in South Africa. But let me say this, compared to other African countries, South Africa is still better off than most countries. So we as South Africans have to make the best of it at all times. So we're gonna need to figure out how to actually work through the system to actually work towards the opportunities, but also towards pushing our agenda of economical freedom. So this means we're gonna need to be self-aware of who we are as individuals. So self-aware does not just mean you're gonna know your strength and your weakness, but it's also be able to see which areas do you usually come short, which areas do you usually not make it. So I will make a practical example for you. So I've been on a journey to lose weight for the past, two years old. But the struggle started long time ago, more than 8 years ago. But it's only the last 12 months that I've been really serious about it. So one of the areas when I do the self-awareness of why I have not achieved the best self when it comes to health and fitness, it has been I choose to exercise at the later. I also have not adapted a healthy living. It was more about losing weight. So that self-awareness then helps me to then build up the strategies that are gonna say, okay, start doing your activities in the morning. You have some that you're doing in the morning and also have some that you're doing in the evening. Or in between, also do something so that you can then somehow end up with maybe your 10,000 steps or whatever target it may be. So being self-aware of your own contribution to the problem is very important because it also gives you to see what things are within your control and what things are not within your control. When you're doing that self-awareness, it's also taking into account and pushing yourself to be almost like you're putting yourself in a microscope. You're putting yourself almost like in an environment where you are learning from those things. You are willing to learn from those things so that you can do better. But you then build up and say, okay, I am not doing this right. Can I then go and learn? What are the most important knowledge I need to have? So for me, the most knowledge that I needed to have was what are the healthy choices of food that I am actually eating. But it's also identifying, for me to achieve this goal, what is the most important thing? And from all the studies and the books I've read, YouTube channels I've watched, what lead to weight loss is two things. One is to eat less than and then burn more calories, and eat healthy when you are eating. So which means food and exercise. Those are the most essential that will determine my success in this. Again, you need to ask yourself the same thing. To succeed in my industry, do I know what are the things that are the most important? And no one is going to answer that. We are not in your industry. You gotta need to go and investigate and find out what makes that industry, what makes and break that industry. So that is the knowledge. Our role is to provide you with the framework of how you're gonna approach this, the quickest way to get the information, and the ability to use that information to take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you. But once you have that knowledge and the information, you're then gonna have to say, okay, what do I need to change? What do I need to change when it comes to my mind? So if previously I had felt exercising is hard or exercising make my body sore, then I'm probably not gonna exercise. But if I associate exercise with something that I enjoy and something that I'm doing consistent, and I adopt this as my lifestyle, my mindset then is different. So that's the same thing with you. You're gonna ask yourself, based on the knowledge that I have, what values do I have to adopt? And let me also just apply this in a different example that when it comes to business. At some stage in my business life, I decided that I love perfume. So I decided that I'm gonna run a business which is called Madame Perfumerie. I will share the business card on our WhatsApp group. And this business ran quite well at the beginning, but then the exchange rate really threw us off, and we're not expecting it to change that fast. And we then started making losses. But as I was building up and running this business, what was clear to me was that I was selling a luxury product in terms of perfume, because these were expensive perfumes. And the personality that I have, Tembi, please mute yourself. Denise, please mute Tembi. And what was clear was that when I was attending the sessions promoting these products or promoting this business, that while I was there promoting this product, I will say in my head, you know, these women having bags of 60,000 Rand, Mont Blanc handbags and pens, I can buy a uniform for kids, for the whole class. Do you see, my mindset was not on the right thing. My mindset is more developmental than selling luxury goods. Sometimes your heart and your mindset actually does not match. Then that means you are living a life that is not authentic. That is not you. You're gonna need to choose and run the business that suit your personality and what you stand for in terms of values. Because if you don't, then you're gonna have a struggle. If you don't, you're gonna also consistently be struggling to put your mindset in the right place. Your heart must be in the right place, and your mind must be in the right place, and the knowledge must be in the right place to actually do well in entrepreneurship. You must also be willing to try. And this is to try everything. You can't say, I've tried this, I've tried this, I've tried this. You must say, okay, I tried this, but maybe it might not have been the right time. You might have tried it, maybe it was with the wrong people. You might have tried, but maybe it was not in the same industry. So you're really gonna need to ask yourself, based on what I've tried, was it the right environment? Was it the right place? Was it the right people? Was it in the right market? And there's a whole list of questions you will need to ask. And the last part, the most important one, you have to practice what you know, what you have learned. If you don't practice it, you will lose it. You have to work on it every day. That is why we are saying every day you must dedicate at least 1 hour. You must dedicate at least, I have that in here, sorry. There we go. I'm going to just jump. You must dedicate at least 1 hour 4 times a week for the next 12 weeks, reading and applying what you have learned. That's all we're asking when it comes to commitment and dedication. And then I'm going to go back just to make sure. So this program is got 4 components. It's a component where we have combined finance success program and simplified strategy. Finance success program has 4 components, but for this program, we only have 3 areas where we're focusing on goals, earning, and keeping the money. Then we will have a simplified strategy where you're designing or formulating the strategy and implementing it. Now, when it comes to what material are you actually going to be given, you're going to be given workbooks. Workbooks actually have the content already, a detailed research. I will really recommend entrepreneurs avoid Googling any additional material. If you have a question, rather post it to me on the WhatsApp group or leave it within the social media, whichever you feel most comfortable with. Because even within the workbooks, we also have added additional resources with specific links. We have more than 90 YouTube videos that have been recorded for you to have an outline and understanding of some of the content. But should you have questions, just send them to us. We also have included several templates. As much as we love providing the templates to entrepreneurs, we will rather always focus on making sure you are working through the workbook. Use the template when you are already applying. We also included presentations where it's a summary of what is covered on, that is almost like an executive summary of what is covered on the workbook. Please note the presentation are an executive summary. They are not the full content, is what we consider as the most important part. We're also going to be sharing some of the content that is tweetable on Facebook, plus also on LinkedIn. So if you are in those networks, follow us. Let's see what are you picking up, because the aim is to make sure that you are learning across on continuous basis. This information and content will be available to you throughout. We will see even if we can extend it beyond January next year, maybe up to March, that all this information be available, especially the workbook links, so that they do not expire. You will always have access to them. So as I said earlier, the today's session is one of 2. The orientation, we will have another orientation. We didn't want to overwhelm you with a lot of information. We're going to focus on setting the goals and achieve them. And then we're going to focus also on simplified strategy. When it comes to content in terms of building through this, we will provide you with sessions that will make sure these are outlined and explained, but also enable you to complete the relevant assignment and deliver on your goals. So how are we going to provide the support? Here are the dates. We will have a contact session on the 19th and the 20th. Please note, before you attend the contact session, you must have read the content and attempted to complete the worksheets and workbooks. And you will also have 2 group coaching sessions. We have not provided you with the feedback sessions that is only going to be a special one for those maybe when we have done the assignment, reviewing of the assignment, we see there's quite a few gaps where we will need them to actually maybe attend and we fix up that. So the date for that is the 8th of November. However, we do not expect anyone in this group to be failing. We believe all of you will pass the first time. Why? Because you're gonna do whatever it takes to do this once off, and that's it. We will also be providing a coaching, one-on-one coaching session to those that engage, to those that will pass their assignment, and to those that will push themselves in terms of effort, asking the question, following up, and also being proactive. And we will make sure also that in these coaching sessions, we draw some lessons and share those lessons with you. And the date of submitting the assignment, it will be the last day, which is the 30th of October, 2021. This will provide you with an email where you will submit the assignment, but that is how the program will run for this month. So what are going to be your deliverables? What is it that we're expecting from you to bring to us? We expect you to choose one important goal that you want to achieve in the next 12 months. We will give you the template that you will complete. I will read and review this for all of you and provide feedback on the group session without mentioning names. You will also need to prepare a personal development plan, of which the template will be provided. But before you do that personal development plan for the next 12 to 3 years, you will need to do some reflection, and you must have done module 1 and module 2. Number 3, a business canvas model that you will actually have to share with us on how you're going to actually have your business structure, your value proposition, and your distribution, and all the 9 areas of a business model. The last 3 items, you must be able to have done your pastel and also your SWOT analysis with 1-page strategy document. Obviously, we'll have covered this in the training, but this is what is expected from you to deliver on. We will review these documents, provide you with a feedback, and should you need certain things, individual feedback, give us a shout so that we can make time. Okay, I've already spoken about the commitment and dedication that we expect. So how are you gonna do this? What has worked the best in the programs we have ran? Please note, most of us have been doing this for more than 10 years. So we're a little bit, have somehow tried to figure out the best way of doing it. So what is gonna happen is that before you you prepare or come and attend the session, you first have to make sure you read the material and the workbooks, you complete the templates, and as you're going through the material, make a note of what you are learning. So you're gonna need to have a notepad. Number 2, you have to watch the video related to that material. We will share the video link for you across. Leave us any questions as you are going through the content. Don't wait until we're having a content sessions. Complete quizzes and assignments, submit questions. Please, guys, do not submit assignment questions. I've had entrepreneurs that will send me questions of the assignment, but now I'm giving you inputs, you know. So no, submit questions in application to your business. Number 5, attend the contact session and be active in it by sharing what you are learning, what is your aha, by sharing also what is new, but also by raising questions and so on. So be active. Try to switch off your phone during the contact session. I know most entrepreneurs, therefore, never actually go off, but we want you to be present, both your heart and your mind, because one of the things we're going to be working on is helping you to focus. And we're not going to get value out of this if your mind and your heart is somewhere while you are sitting and watching me doing the work. Number 6, share and review your to-do list. What is it that you're going to do next? What is your next move and how you're going to do that? Submit the assignment and also then attend the feedback session. I am putting number 8 for attending the feedback session for those who will get less than 50%. We will give you the marks back. Those who get less than 50%, we do expect you to attend the feedback session so that you can see which areas you actually are not getting and what principle are you losing, and also so that you can improve your marks on the submission, on the second submission. We will only allow a second submission to those that we really feel they needed additional more support. Please note the feedback session, as I said, is really for those who will actually not make more than 50% pass rate. So we will provide that as an additional, but you can also attend if you want to learn from others, because in that session we'll be sharing also what others have learned. So it's your turn. I will take your questions. I had requested that Liz also answers some relating to admin, but also just sharing with you what is the process from now until the day when we are starting. We will be loading you guys on different systems and providing you several links on all the content, but also making sure that you are up to date on the progress. Thank you so much. I did see, I think it was Bongane who had his hand up. Okay. Okay, Denise, please guide me on who I need to answer their questions.
Joseph did have his hand up, yes, but it seems he can't hear clearly right now, so I think he's trying to get that sorted.
Joseph, can you please type your question, please, Denise? Send a direct message to him to actually type his question on the chat box.
No problem. Then we have Faith.
He can also type the question on a WhatsApp.
Great. I'll message him.
Thank you.
We then have Faith's hand up. Faith, you can come through.
Faith?
Yes, hello, my name is Faith. Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello? Yes, my question is with regards to what you've mentioned. Yes, with regards to what you've mentioned, it's just a general question. Are you linked with other stakeholders, like other resources, or is it just a program that we're just going to learn something and then go out there and link ourselves with certain resources? Are you partnered with other sponsors, or is it just a general
We do
program?
have a network of partners, but those partners, we have not brought them into this program. Because first of all, this program is run with TUT and GAD in terms of, because TUT, their sole mandate is to empower and provide skills and development. So for those who need additional support, we can actually link you up with those partners, but this program does not extend beyond us providing with the skills and knowledge relating to you building a one-page strategy and building a solid business model.
Okay, thank you. I'm answered. Thank you.
Thanks, sure.
Okay, Hector.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Hector.
Yes, it's Precious. I heard you were talking about textbooks. I don't know how you're going to get them to us. Yeah, that's my concern because I think I missed that part.
Okay, so all the material is gonna be online.
Okay.
So we will provide you with the link where you're gonna get all your material online.
Okay then.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Baba.
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Hector. Viewer, you can come through.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but you are not clear. Your line is not clear.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to ask, this material we're getting online, will it be a PDF or will there be PowerPoint presentations? Because I don't have Microsoft Office to open up PowerPoint presentations.
So all the material will be on the PDF, and the ones where is a presentation will be also on the PDF, but mostly presentation are on PowerPoint. We can convert the PowerPoint to PDF. It's not gonna be a problem.
Oh, okay. No, I thank you very much. And another question I have is, will there be any specifics onto what we are being taught each week? Or will there be a timetable to show us what we're going to learn this week and that week?
So we are going to send you the schedule. For now, it was just outlining what is going to be covered. The training schedule will be sent with the learning outcomes and your actions that you need to do for that week. We will also make sure that we are sharing that across the platform as mentioned.
Okay, now thank you very much.
Oh, your line is quite bad. Your line is quite bad.
Oh, that was me just saying thank you very much.
Okay, Baba, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, Spesihle.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Spesihle.
How are you guys?
Siyaphila, thank you.
Siphilile nathi. I have a question. It's a follow-up question, in fact. I heard you speak about stakeholders that you are in connection with that we might need to be linked with. So now my question is, do we get linked after the program has been completed, or we can start asking within the program, or during rather?
It's really, for me, I think if you are here for network, this is not the right platform, Sipesi. This is a platform that has been created by a private trust that wanted us to share what we have learned and for the entrepreneurs to have a clear strategy of planning. So yes, this is definitely not a platform for just for networking. That is not, the program was not designed for networking with different stakeholders.
No, I hear you. I was just asking because I heard someone touch on that. So I just wanted full information around that.
Yes, yeah, no. However, as I said, should we feel that what we have done, you might benefit from the networks that we have, we will then share that. I think me and Patrick actually even have discussed that there's a program after this. If we get a good people coming out of this program with the one-page strategy, we are planning to raise funds to have advisory boards, CPC, for entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are really gonna be CEOs not CEO and MD by the business card, because some of you will say I'm a direct, but there's nothing that you're really directing, you know, and how you are managing and running is not what is expected. The aim was that when you have that one-page strategy, is how you're gonna also measure your performance, is also what the advisory boards that will set up will actually look at and say, here is where the person is gonna be going through, and this is the goals they wanna achieve. How can we help them achieve these goals? So, but what we found the gap has been, we go into entrepreneurship and say, entrepreneur, we're gonna set up the advisory board or board members for you, and you ask them, where's your strategy? Where are your plans for the next 3 years? Please show us your performance, how you're managing your operations, and the entrepreneur just look at you blank. And that means
I hear you.
People that we have brought in, they can't assist that person because that person does not have a clear vision, does not have a clear action that they are working through on day in, day out, and also building towards something that in 5 years, in 7 years, in 10 years will actually exist.
Okay, thank you very much. I've been answered.
Sure, sis.
Tumela, I see your hand. Can I just have Elizabeth come through first? Because I think she might have something to add. Her hand is up.
Okay, thank you very much. Just also to add on Precious' answer regarding network and link ups, it is also about how you are committed on a program. We also see the manner in which you also interact, you participate on the program. We do get into contact with quite a lot of different programs that are supporting entrepreneurs, either through
I think we lost Sis Elizabeth. Liz?
Yeah, it might be a network.
Yes. Okay, just SMS her Denise on WhatsApp and let her know that we have lost her. And also ask her to answer the question, copy and paste Luvo question to her on WhatsApp. Thank you.
Noted. Tumela, would you like to come through in the meantime?
Yeah, I just want with regards to the certificate of competency. I think I'm in WhatsApp to be, we're going to release certificate after the program. I just need clarity on that, and also we go give them, are they going to be on and then we print them out ourselves, or are they going to be on hard copy where they're sent by post, or I don't know. I just want some clarity. Thank you so much.
No problem, Tumela. As soon as Elizabeth is in, I would like her to actually explain that in more detail. But on my side, as a content creator of the program, I will definitely have to mark all your assignments and provide with the feedback, and then give that notification to you that you are competent in that area. And we have tried by all means to reduce the work. As I said, for this component, I think it's about only 6 items that you will deliver on. Okay. Bandla?
Yes, good evening, everyone. My question, I'm not sure if it was asked already because I got a call, so I had to be off a bit. Since Precious, this whole thing is actually in partnership with TUT, is there a possibility of leveraging on that and basically do a formal qualification with them at a later stage? Let's say, for example, you do this and then let's say you get some credits for MBA or whatever.
Elizabeth, would you please come through?
All right. Sorry about that. I just had load shedding. Sir, thank you for your question. The program, it's a it's a learning program. That's what we call it. So unfortunately, it doesn't bear credits that build up to a level of your master's or so on. The program is approved for the Center of Entrepreneurship Development. So we do not carry credits towards, you won't get full credits towards your enrollment for either a higher qualification like your master's, for instance. So unfortunately not, sir.
Okay. Would you please have a look at Luvo's question on the chat box?
I think the question was also about, is the program accredited? Does it have credits? Is that the correct question, Precious? Sorry, because I'm now on the phone and trying to maneuver in between. If that was the...
It says, let me read it to you. Is this a unit standard linked and accredited learning program with certificate of competency?
Okay, the program, it is internally within the TUT Center of Entrepreneurship being approved as a learning program. It is not with the SAQA, it's not SAQA aligned, because as a university, universities do have the mandate to also develop and design their own learning program that they see fit to close a particular skills knowledge that is out there in the industry. So yes, you will get your certificate, but it's not a SAQA issued or a CETA issued certificate. It is a university issued certificate. I don't know if that is clear.
I also just want to say to entrepreneurs, the reason why we can't issue an NQF level for the program, some of you have MBAs here. Some of you have already got a degree. Some of you has diplomas. Some of you don't have just a matric. Some of you don't even have a matric. But you all are thriving to build businesses that last, build businesses that should have a strategic planning in them. And when we're designing the program, we wanted to make sure that it can fit a level of an entrepreneur that has at least operated for 2 years, so that you can have an ability to absorb the content and also apply it. We also wanted to make sure that no one is left behind. I think most education system, we have a tendency of saying, is this NQF, is that NQF? But then person still can have an NQF but cannot apply what they are learning. So this is about application than just the qualification. It's about you understanding what needs to be done and you do it. We then assist you to make sure you're doing it the way it's supposed to be done. Elizabeth, is anything you want to add, sis?
No, sorry, I'm fully covered. Sorry, I forgot to just bring my hand down. Sorry about that.
No problem.
You covered everything proper. Thank you.
Wiseman, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone in the group. My name is Wiseman. Yes. My question was relating to the attendance of the course. Meaning the learning program. Is there any time during the period of the program are we going to be needed to maybe visit the venue whereby we're going to have contact lessons, or it's going to be online throughout the program?
Okay, so the program is gonna only be available online. We're not gonna have a contact session at all because you guys are throughout the country right now. So it's practically impossible. The other question that was asked relating to that was the hours. Are we always going to have a 4:30? It seemed based on the analysis that has been done, we're always going to have it at 4:30 because there's lesser disruption with the network, and also even load shedding around that time is not actually quite good. I think that, and please keep in mind, if you have a problem with load shedding, we will always record and back it up on YouTube, the recording, and for the sessions. Make sure even if you're unable to attend, post your questions on your WhatsApp. We will address them during the sessions.
Thank you very much, Precious. I'm answered.
Thanks, Wiseman. There was another question. Dumelo's hand is still up.
Yes, because right after I just asked my question, kicked me out, so I didn't get the answer.
You didn't get the answer on what? Sorry, Dumela, please repeat your question.
I didn't get the answer of my question because I don't know if it was or what, but it kicked me out, so I didn't get.
Yes, Dumela, we can't hear you properly right now. Denise, do you remember what was Dumelo's question? Okay, Dumelo, may I request you type your question on the chat so that we don't lose it? I will answer it. Should you get disconnected, we will answer it on the WhatsApp group.
Great, thank you so much. Let me just text.
No problem. Selby?
Hello, good afternoon all. How are you?
We are good, Baba. We are good, thank you.
That's good. I just want to ask, I actually typed my question on the chat box. I heard you guys saying you'll be assisting us with the business tools that will make us like work efficiently in our ventures. So at the moment, I'm struggling with the financial accounting, which I'm always using the free trial, which they keep on expiring, and the thing is expensive. If you guys do have any software for financial accounting, can we please have it?
So between myself and Dr. Patrick, we have looked into that. We will look at it aggressively if that is one of the needs that are coming through. Let me come back to you in a week's time when we're starting the program, which will be in 2 weeks' time.
Okay, thank you. I'll be grateful.
And we'll post for you. I think that is one of the things that we'll post even on WhatsApp.
Okay, I hope that one, it doesn't expire. Hey, how long does it last for?
I don't know. As I said I will speak to Dr. Patrick and see what is possible.
Because that tools is very expensive.
Okay. Thank you, Selby. Dumelo's question was that the certificate. Elizabeth, can you answer the question? Elizabeth?
Hi, Precious. Yeah, I'm here. I just want to, sorry, the certificates will only be issued upon completion, and also without the registration form that we've circulated, you cannot get a certificate. So upon, I think I did indicate on my WhatsApp to say that it will take at least maximum of 3 months after completion. Reason being, there's also moderation and double checking that indeed you attended the course, you've submitted all your assessments or activities that were needed during the entire process. So certificates will come out on your name with the ID number and name that you submitted your ID copy with. I don't know if that's the question, because like I said, I have to maneuver with my phone to read the question.
Yeah, so Dumela, maybe also just to explain, the moderation is gonna look at what were the questions that were asked and what were the marks that I allocated, so that they make sure that maybe I was not too strict or maybe not too, I was giving away the
yes, yes, Precious, that is also very important. Yeah, and they check those things, guys.
Yes, and number 2, they will also be checking if you have attended all the sessions, and so the attendance register will also be checked, including your participation on the program. So that is why it's just not immediate, but on our side, we will make sure we collect the portfolio of evidence and we put it together for them with your assessment. Because the assessment that you did at the beginning, you will also have it at your exit.
Okay, I am answered. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So we're
Okay.
gonna need to do some sort of an assessment before, but use the same tool for your exit so that we can see if there was a movement.
Sorry, Precious, again, they say, how are they going to get their certificates? What we will do, ladies and gents, we will look at people and the areas where you are based. We do have satellite campuses in certain provinces. So if it means that we either post for you or we take them to the nearest campus or satellite offices, but also through our channel partners, you know, offices in particular areas, we will also make proper arrangements for you to get your certificate. So that will be communicated during the process of getting your certificates and making sure everything is in order. But please note, it might be lesser than 3 months. 3 months is always the maximum, just to ensure that everything is done correctly. Thank you.
Okay, Precious is asking on which days of the week will you be attending. The dates have already been provided. They're not aligned to the days because they have to suit the program leaders' timelines. So have a look on which date we have shared with you. Okay, I think there's no other questions. We are going to share with you the full program content and outcome and the learning objectives across. We'll provide you with all of that, and including the content. We are, as we have said, starting on the 25th of October.
Hello, sorry. Hello there.
Yes, viewer, go ahead.
Hello, sorry. Telubuza, what's the minimum attendance rate for me to be able to say I've attended? Like, is it 80%, 90%, or 100%?
Everything has to be 50 plus for you to qualify for attendance. And we also count even orientation times, including the feedback. So, and that is how we have worked it out.
Oh, okay. So if I miss a video or two, it won't affect me?
No, it shouldn't if you have submitted, because we do understand that there's a problem with load shedding and the network. Also, you can watch the videos afterwards. We know that. So not a problem.
Oh, okay. So it's based on the submission.
Submission of your assignment. That is the most important part. And doing your assessments as per the requirements afterward when you have finished with the program.
Okay, I know. Thank you again.
So we are taking today the attendance register indeed. Actually, I've already taken it earlier. Denise will also take it, the picture with the program. I think some questions are already repeat. They've already been answered. Thanks, Faith, you've answered. Okay. Is there anything else, entrepreneurs? We have overrun the time. I want to be very respectful of entrepreneurs' time so that we are stringent on how we conduct ourselves. And if there's any other additional new questions, please post them on the chat on the WhatsApp. And I'm so looking forward to work with you on. I have gone through some of your profiles on your assessment. I see majority of you have put yourself at a medium. We're not going to mediocre you. Either you have it or you don't have it. So you're really also going to be honest and reflect and ask yourself, was I being honest with myself in how I've assessed and managed this, or do I need to figure out another way? Because honestly, we do need to actually reflect on how we have actually presented some of the information we have. I also want you guys to be transparent and honest. on sharing which areas have you failed? Why do you think you have failed in those areas in your business? How you can share either on WhatsApp or you can share here when you are training, when you are running the training programs. That is very important because it allows us to be able to see the mindset that you have adopted, but also are you looking at the right tools to help you to achieve your goals? I wanted just to say in closing that if you are someone who doesn't finish what you start, whatever, or you're a person who attends a program after program, but you don't see change, you need to contact me direct. We need to work on you before you start this program. Let me repeat. If you are someone who starts things and not complete, you have to contact me. 2, if you are someone who join one program after the other, nothing changes in your business, you also have to contact me so that we can work on the underlying issues that are stopping you to achieve and transform your business. One thing I'm gonna promise you guys is if you promise to spend that hour for the next 90 days, for the next 12 weeks, next 3 months, I promise you, you will never be the same. I know the program is not running on face-to-face, is online. It has some detachment, but you're gonna need to be present, both in spirit and your mind. You're gonna need to set up, you're gonna need to share your goals with me of this program. What do you wanna come out? We have told you what we expect from you, but what do you want to achieve in the next especially by end of October? What do you want to achieve by end of October? What is your goal by end of October? For us, you must have submitted, let me share again what we expect you to have submitted. You must have submitted these 5 things. Actually, it's 6 because the SWOT and PESTEL are in one place. That is what we're expecting from you. But what are you expecting to be working on when? What is your deliverables? What are you committed to? And thank you so much, guys. I think please share those experiences with us. Let us help you before the program. We're gonna deal with admin from now, dealing with the data, dealing with making sure you have the right links, but now don't exit the group, remain in the group. We are actually gonna be cleaning up also and removing people that have not submitted the things that needs to be submitted. Please keep in mind, by now, you should have provided you must have done the following things, these 4 things. And if you haven't done all of them, work on that and drop email to Elizabeth or SMS her so that you make sure that everything that you are ready and all the admin relating to this is all intake. If you need support with BE certificate, we can support you. Denise will hook you up with an accountant that will help you with a valid BE certificate. Vuya, your hand is still up. I'm not sure whether it's a new hand or old hand. Viewer, your hand?
No, sorry, it was I thought it is Sugela Ngokwayo.
Sure, no problem.
Okay,
Denise, have you taken
sorry, my mistake.
No problem. Denise, have you taken the attendance register? You just take a screenshot for each. Done? Done? Thank you so much. Okay, guys, we have all of you. I'm so grateful you have made time. It was lovely to meet all of you. God bless you. If you get bored during the next 2 weeks, we're gonna keep on loading the link for the attendance for the YouTube account, please go through that and get yourself ready and prepared. In each of those, I always have a presentation, so start working. We would be loading you. Look out for the emails from us. When we have sent an email, we will also notify you on WhatsApp. Please keep working. And also start doing the research on your industry. Start looking at the departments that are aligned to your industry. Start looking at what is there. Start looking at what Stat SA has, and start preparing for you to get ready. Millionaires, thank you so much. Goodbye. Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.